Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Healing in Heels. It's me, psychic medium Daniel Monroe, and
me, Mama Kori.
Mama Kori's back. Last week we had Soul, so shout out to Soul. Thank you so much for filling in. We have Mama Kori back, and this week we wanted to talk about kind of finding who you are and searching through your identity. And something that will shift when you grow and progress is everything, your views, relationships, all of the above, because we tend to sit here and forget that when we grow, we it's like the puzzle piece doesn't fit back together the same way. You're probably in a whole different puzzle. And that's because you start to ask yourself, am I growing or am I outgrowing things? Like, is something not fitting anymore because I'm on a different level, I'm in a different, era in my life. So today we're going to be talking about, am I growing or am I outgrowing something? But the beautiful part of that is two things can be true, right? So we want to know if you guys have ever felt like your life didn't fall. Have you ever felt like your life didn't fall apart, but it just doesn't fit anymore? So I know, like, there's times where we feel like our life is falling apart, and we feel like this, when it rains, it pours. That statement comes in, and then you're like, wait, actually, I'm glad all of that happened. I'm glad I went through that, shit storm, if you will, so that way I can grow, or I wouldn't have X, Y, and Z. And Mama Kori, you've lived quite some time before me.
It's funny. I just had this conversation with someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going through a huge life change.
Oh.
And I was like, I go, there's power in the old sayings, like dark is before the dawn and things like that. And I was pointing out that sometimes growth is pain, is like pain. So if you say for something easy, just about everybody stubbed their toe, right? I mean, Candy does it like at least once a week.
Probably once a day. Shout out to my makeup artist. Hey, girl, we love you. But you belong in a bubble.
Queen.
Yeah, you belong in a bubble.
But I was pointing out that, so we'll think about that. And then when you do it, the pain level is so high, right? You're just like, I'm dying. And then pretty soon, once it gets to a certain degree, then it starts to lessen. So when you're having, pardon my French, but I'm very French, a shit day.
I'm not going to cuss. I don't know when I'm going to go live.
No, live I'm cussing. But, when you have something like that, like a bad turn, like maybe relationships or jobs or health, sometimes it's got to get to that peak before it starts to level off and get better.
Yeah.
And that's the growing. And then when you look back, like your journey, when you look backwards, you're like, okay, now I know why this happened to get to here.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Well, that's the other thing too, like being in this industry from such a young age, I would go home after readings and I've learned so much through, the messages that come forward during private readings. And then I would be like, my ex-sister-in-law, I just don't vibe with. Like, I remember her saying some like stuff that was like projected onto like me and my partner. Like, what did she say? I'll never forget it. She was like, oh, well, you're just going to end up, cheating on each other and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, yeah, because you were so young, you're so this, you're so that.
Is that the one that's a real cheater?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I might be raising her grandbabies. We'll leave it at that. But no, and I was like, she's so negative. But when I was younger, I listened to every single word because she was a person I looked up to. Right. But when I started being able to navigate and have my own intuition, I was just like, she sucks. Like, this isn't in alignment. Like, she doesn't. I used to hang out with her every single night, and I just started like pulling away and fading away because it wasn't in alignment anymore. Yeah. And I had to realize that there's nothing wrong with me. So I want you guys at home to realize like there's nothing wrong with you. But it's also okay that nothing feels right in that moment, because chances are when you're growing and you're outgrowing things, it's okay to be like, and I know for me, because I have anxiety and PTSD, I know it doesn't look like it, but shout out to good doctors. But no, shout out to good healing, truly. But you go through like everything is wrong, I'm the problem, nothing's fitting anymore, I have, no friends, I don't have this, I don't have that. But like sometimes when you hit that rock bottom, it's because you're ready for a new puzzle, a better view, a better life, a better something. It's not going to be comfortable when you're growing.
I feel like I should like cue Winona Judd right now because she has a song Rock Bottom. Once you hit rock bottom, there's only one way up.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's a very spiritual song.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good song. And so once you hit that bottom, there's no other place. You gotta go up.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Chances are you're getting pushed to like grow and to learn. But you also have to remember, like, you're not losing your life, you're losing what no longer matches who you're becoming.
When you're outgrowing somebody, like a situation like your sister-in-law,
my ex-sister-in-law,
ex-sister-in-law, but trying to be anyway.
Yeah, trying to become sister-in-law again.
No, don't. When you find that you're outgrowing a person, take a step back and learn from this. I'm going to give you the best advice. Anybody, write this down. Don't take. Now, I'm not living a shit show life. That girl is, okay? She's got some problems and has had the same problems for many years, correct?
Oh, the ex-sister-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't take advice from a shit show.
Amen.
Amen.
And we're ending on that. Thank you.
But really, but what I'm trying to say is when you're outgrowing somebody like that, that's giving you bad advice, it's living not a very good life or a fruitful life.
Or healthy or stable.
Or anything like that. So look at the source that you're growing away from and give yourself credit. You can still remember good memories and you can still think of them fondly. I'm sure there's a few good memories there.
Yeah.
But don't take advice from them.
Yeah, don't. So we're also like talking about the space in between, right? The version of you that's leaving and the one that hasn't fully arrived yet. That space, I love to call it the in-between space. And in there, it does feel scary. It feels traumatic. It feels uncertain. It definitely feels lonely. How many of y'all feel lonely? Comment down below. But in that moment of like loneliness, it truly like that quiet, right? That's where growth is. That's where your soul can finally like speak up and you can finally listen because you're not running around listening to other people's advice that probably has no business giving it, except for me and Kori always listen to our advice. But
sage and a medium. So we be medium sage.
Medium sage. That sounds like what you put on a turkey rub.
Well, it sounds like the color of these walls.
No, it's called, what is this? Something hidden gemstone. I love it. So no, medium sage, there was a sage green and it was more gray. Anyways, I digress. So I want you guys to like think about growth is equaling glow up, but not talking about the grief part, right? So you don't have to carry the grief with you. You don't have to carry the broken moments with you. You don't have to carry the sadness. Even though it feels like that, start changing your mind frame of, you know what, I'm growing. I'm having a glow up. I'm having something so beautiful happen right now. And it's okay to feel that. And it's okay to also outgrow routines, habits, humor, right? I used to be such an asshole. Like if you guys thought I was an asshole now, I used to be such an asshole and very emotional and I was very emotionally charged. Now there's times where I'm like, okay, I'll deal with it later. I'll navigate that later. I'll do X, Y, and Z. Or I really put in like the energy of like, you know what? Instead of going around in this, circle of she said, he said, blah, 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 I'll go straight to the head of the snake and be like, you know what? I don't get fed up into the drama. I don't have the energy for it. But when I was younger, that's what I was used to because certain family members that raised me is still kind of in that space of this is this and this is that and I'm exhausted. And I was like, you're exhausted from what? Like, you're not the one that just had surgery. Like, So it's okay to still be somewhat the same, but just better, improved. That's where growth has come in. Because again, I still get emotional, don't get me wrong, but I'll have to pause and be like, you know what? This person is going through X, Y, and Z. Or you know what? I don't have time because what this rumor is about, like somebody wanting to come and try to take my kids away because they don't agree with a gay guy raising twins. Wild. Uh, Instead of going around, I called the person directly and I was like, let's have a conversation about this instead of feeding into the drama and the rumor. And then this person said, and that person said, blah, blah, blah. And what did that do? It stopped it right then and there. But younger me wasn't even in that space, right? I would have hid behind, I would have sat on it for a while. I would have, fed into the drama and he said, she said, and then try to like do all these things. And eventually, like now I'm just like, screw it, because that doesn't work for me anymore. I know that
work, period.
No.
Not for anybody.
So like that's again a sign of I've outgrown such childhood like behavior and childish behaviors that these grown people that are in their 40s and 50s continue to do. So it's okay to be like, you know what? This individual I used to hang out with every single day. She used to help, take care of me when I was younger. But I don't have the guilt of like, you know what? I'm not at the same level as you anymore. And I know the truth. You know the truth. And we both know I can crumble your kingdom. But in reality, like you have to know, like some friendships will start to feel forced. And that one, like looking back at it and even like going through the situation and being on the other end of that, stick of drama that this person constantly creates, it's like I no longer want this energy around me. And again, that's an indication that things are growing and that you are at this new puzzle piece. And there will be a weird feeling of not wanting your old friends but not fully in your new one yet, or feeling like again I only have one friend now instead of 16. And that's okay, because again you are outgrowing people, you're outgrowing
quality versus quantity.
Yeah, you're outgrowing situations. And so always remember that you're not broken, that people, you know what, and what other people think of you is truly none of your business, right? I always say, like, someone's internal processing is not my concern. So it's okay to feel alone, but know that you're in this loneliness for a reason, and that spirit has taken these people out of your life for that reason. So Kori, I do have a question for you. Have you ever had a moment where you realize I don't belong here anymore?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It was a
She's
job.
like, just this morning.
No, it was a job.
Oh.
I had worked a job for a very long time, and I was going through actually the death of my mom, and navigating that and working. And when my mom passed, it's as if she like, I don't know, gave me the green light or what. But when she passed, I went, I'm changing my job. I'm no longer going back in, because there was a lot of drama there. And at that point in time in my life, drama walked out the door. I literally seen my mother pass away before my own eyes. And I'm grateful that I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful because I've been able to help a lot of people get through those stages. And but it was so clear, it just snapped. And I never walked into that place again.
Oh.
Not out of, and the lady that I worked for, she was probably more than happy to see me go. But no, she was very gracious, and it was time. It was just time, and I knew it, and I listened to the inside, because it got to where the job that I did love doing, but it got to where I didn't want to walk in the door anymore.
Yeah.
Because I had outgrown the drama that was there.
Yeah.
It was all self-made. Every day there was a new problem, a new client comes in that they don't like, or they have a problem with, or this or that. And I just wanted to clear the crap out of my life.
Yeah.
And I did, and I've lived such a peaceful life. So yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that wild how like sometimes it's this like it truly is almost like someone just turned a light switch on in the middle of the night. Like all you go in and you're like, what the hell? Why are you even talking? Like, why are we doing this? So I do want to give you guys 3 signs that you are outgrowing and having growth energetically or even just physically and in your own life. So sign number 1 is growth will start to separate before it aligns. But that's okay because you'll start to sit in a room that you used to love and you feel like a guest. So that's a sign that you know what? Things are not in alignment anymore. The other sign that you are outgrowing certain things is you'll still show up, but mentally, emotionally, energetically, you're not there anymore.
Right. Lights are on, nobody's home.
Yeah. And your tolerance changes before your life does. So you'll start to notice that you get irritable even quicker. You'll start to notice that you're like, I used to talk to this person for this long and I only want to talk to them for 2 minutes. Or you start lying and be like, I got to go into this grocery store. Bye. And you're sitting at home. So know that again, your soul, your energy, your brain, your everything will start telling you, hey, this no longer works for me.
Yeah. And you know what? Give yourself some time. Give yourself, this is kind of goes back to the walking, changing.
Yeah.
When I worked with horses from the time I was 16, but had been around them my whole life. When I turned 25, I just woke up one day and I said, this isn't working for me. What are my choices and what do I need to do? So I gave myself, I think I was like, it might have been a year. I think I gave myself a year to change things in my life. And if it doesn't work, I'll go back. In that year, I changed careers. I was a trainee for a year and I started making really good money. And in that year, I met my husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Well, I was 26.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and we've been married for years. I never know. We're like, how many years have we been married? A long time, like 35, 36
A long
years.
time.
Yeah. But if I did not give myself that choice to change, to grow, I would have never had the relationship with my mom. I would have never had the relationship I do with my brothers and
You
sisters.
also probably wouldn't have the ability to deal with half of the stuff.
Right. Because I wasn't growing. I was very stagnant. You know, I drank a lot and, you know, I partied every single day. I mean, I did.
Like a rock star.
Like better than a rock star. I can remember. But it wasn't, I was waking up and I probably looked older then than I do now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And well, come on, I was going to bars at like 18 and not getting carded. I was naughty, but that was a long time ago. But the thing is if I didn't listen to that inside voice, I would still be there.
Yeah.
And still struggling because a lot of my friends in that field of work, they're very hard workers, but they financially struggle every month.
Right.
So, yay, little inner voice.
Yeah.
Growing things.
Because your soul, if you think about it, when you buy a sponge, right, it's all shriveled up and dry. Or if you guys ever watch SpongeBob, it's all shriveled up and dry. But the moment your soul starts expanding, that sponge, you know, starts getting bigger and thicker and taking up more space than this tiny container, you know. So think of that like your soul. The more information it gets, the more it starts to grow and starts to learn and progress. You can't take that sponge and shove it back in the same container when it was dry, or even your beauty blender. Like my beauty blender expands to this. I didn't realize what I bought. When I get out wet, it goes from this to like, I'm like, what am I blending out my whole body with this thing? My God.
I do.
Yeah. But imagine taking your beauty blender and it's wet and it's damp. You can't put it back into the same tiny little container. So I want you guys to understand something. I'm going to give you guys the difference between evolving and self-sabotage. So evolving will feel calm knowing, it will feel subtle discomfort and a pull towards something new. There's a feeling as if something bigger or you wanting something more. Self sabotage during the time of growth is fear based urgency, overthinking, over analyzing, and the feeling like, you know what, I need to run away instead of moving forward. So growth feels unfamiliar, self sabotage feels chaotic. So know that when you are in that moment of growth, it's okay to hunker down and it's okay to truly be. You don't have to go and overanalyze you, even though it's going to happen. But when you find yourself spiraling and it's, circling and circling in your mind, pause for a moment and go, you know what? I think I'm growing. I think I'm actually ready to move forward and have something better in our life.
And there's nothing wrong with this positive self-talk.
Yeah.
Positive, because a lot of people give themselves negative self-talk. I can't do this. They won't let me. This is awful, this or that. Be grateful for what you have. Say it out loud. Hey, I'm grateful, and just say it. I'm grateful. You don't have to go down the whole list.
Yeah.
But just look at it in a positive point of view. Like, hey, it could have been this, but it turned out this, and this is working.
Right.
And it's because of the good choices. I outgrew this.
Yeah.
These are the good choices that I'm growing into. Maybe they're a little rough right now, but you're growing into it. I don't want to get back on the flower thing, but growth is painful.
And know that when you are outgrowing people, it's not always dramatic. Sometimes it just is energetic distance and you don't hate them. You just don't resonate anymore. And you can love someone deeply and still not be aligned with who they are in your next chapter. Not everyone is meant to meet the version of you that you're becoming. And that's okay. They came for that season. Mama Kori taught me this. They came for that season, not for a lifetime.
Yeah. I just had this talk with about a mutual.
We should have brought them off as a guest.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
Well, I just had a talk with Candy about our mutual friend, Abby.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean, it's one, wait.
I didn't know you're actually going to drop the name.
Well, anyway.
We keep it real.
And
I'll drop my name. Her name rhymes with Winsy.
And she's a has-been-zy.
No. Kori is dropping rhymes today. Oh my God. Write that down. We're going to make a whole track. We're going to make a spiritual diss track. This will be the first one ever. We'll call Sir Mix-a-Lot. We'll get some beats dropped. It'll be great.
Anyway, and I was just saying that this person is lovely and wonderful, and she makes everybody around her feel loved when she's around in the moment. So, but our season with her is over.
Not in season.
It's not in season.
She's like a special grape.
Right. And I go, but the season will come back around because there's love. And you know what? I got a text from her this morning.
Back in season.
The
sun's out, buns out.
And this was her text. I just want to let you know I think about you a lot.
And
I love you very much.
We love you, Abby.
Yeah.
You little in and out season.
Yeah. Well, I hear they named a burger place after her.
In and out. In and out burger. Chaseless.
No, but that's the thing is if somebody outgrows you or you outgrow, it doesn't mean there's dislike or hatred. There's a season. This particular person, she started a whole new life.
No.
Instead of a different fiance.
Really?
Well, no. From when I first met her.
Oh, I was like, girl, we got to talk.
No. And she went into a whole new career.
That's right.
And so she's got, new work friends, new people and this and that. So our season is beautiful season, but it's, over, but still lovely, lovely things.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean if somebody outgrows you, they dislike you.
Right.
It just means you guys aren't doing the same thing. Because if she came to me and talked to me about her new job, I'd have no idea what she was talking about.
Right.
Her old job, I knew a lot about it. I
No.
could tell her stuff about her old job. Well, because she was in clothing. I would go to her store and people would be like, "Do you want to just work here?"
Yeah. No, and like going back to, you'll feel your tolerance level go from here to here. We have a mutual friend, and I will always drop everything to be there for this person, but they always have their phone in their hand, but can never send a text of happy birthday. But yet can blow up my partner's phone to come and get locks switched out. But there was a moment where literally my tolerance level, and Kori knows this, started going from here to here to here to here. And I just am still at the point. And then my tolerance level went back up because, we had a heart to heart and whatever. But that season now is over and my tolerance level is back down. And it's like, unfortunately, like again, cannot entertain certain behavior, certain, interactions with waiters or waitresses, like, or just this concept. Like, I get, when you have that one friend, like it's always something. And also they also want to preach that, like we were talking about earlier, that their life is better. It's like, you've been divorced how many times? I'm not taking advice from that. And again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? And that's the other key factor of outgrowing people, that it's okay to be like, you know what, this doesn't work for me. I try to have that conversation before, like, hey, me and Mama Kori don't need to be put in the middle of X, Y, and Z. And it turned into this whole like, trigger attack and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm not going to entertain this. And then the response was, you don't get to sit here and set the tone of how we interact. And it's like, tolerance level gone. Like, that's unacceptable. You're allowed to put boundaries. So that's the other key factor when we go through outgrowing people. Set a boundary, just like how I did it. Like, hey, I don't have any energy to entertain this conversation. This is my boundary. Leave me and Mama Kori out of X, Y, and Z. And you literally, this is the truth. Leave me and Mama Kori out of X, Y, and Z. And notice how the boundary, once it was set, it turned into a bigger situation. And that's a huge indication when you're outgrowing people, when you set a simple boundary, like, hey, you know what? I don't have the energy for this. How they react and respond to that is a huge indication for your growth, that it's okay to step back.
Oh yeah, I mean, your guys, people's lives don't always mesh because you're going through growth. She's going through stalls.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not going through growth, honey.
Going through some stalls, and it's very hard.
Yeah.
And but again, just remember the good time, the love, and if you need to move on and grow out of a relationship, it's okay.
Yeah. But like I said, if you are trying to navigate, like, okay, who am I sticking around? Because again, the point of it is like being able to tell if you're outgrowing someone. The best way to do that is set the boundary that works for your growth, and how they react to that is a huge indication on where, if you're leaving them, or if you're going to hold space for them, or if you're taking them with you. So set the boundary. I have to do that with family. I have to do that with friends. I have to do that with, the people who gave birth to me on a constant. But here's like the main part that I also want you guys to remember. Your identity will go through phases of shedding, and old versions will be gone and new ones will not be solid yet. And it feels like it's confusing, and it feels like you're disconnecting, and it feels like even numbness. But this is the space where people think something is wrong, but this is actually where everything is recalibrating. Everything is actually where it needs to be. And it's okay to grieve certain friendships or certain losses or certain things that you're not going to be bringing with you, but you're not lost, you're transitioning. You're leveling up. And that doesn't mean that, like with me and my one friend, that we might not circle back, but just know that when you do circle back, things will be different. Things will be not the same. And, they might have been somebody you hung out with. They might have been somebody that you used to hang out with, but now you can only hang out with them once a week or once a month. So it's okay to go with how your soul is feeling. But the most important part that I wanted to say was, let go of the guilt. guilt of changing, guilt for saying no, guilt for choosing yourself, because outgrowing something or someone does not make you ungrateful. It means you are honored who you are and honored where you're at fully. You don't need permission to become who you're meant to be. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone anything other than you being okay, you looking out for you, and you being where your soul needs to be. Now, I'm not saying go and punch them in the face and be like, my soul said, screw you today.
No, but do what you can live with.
Yeah.
If you can go to bed at night and say, you know what, Mark is out of my life, or I'm just going to take a substantial break from this person. I'll send love. I'll be there later, but right now we're not. We're going to probably argue or something. We're just not meshing right at this moment, and that's okay. It's okay to take a break from a family member or anything like that,
or a job.
Well, yeah, I think when I make a break from things, it's mostly I just have this level that I can take it to.
Yeah, you definitely have a higher tolerance level than most humans.
Because I'm very fallible. I've made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And so
But you've also like repeated the same pattern sometimes, right? And then the lesson ends up popping up and you're like, oh, you know what? I probably should have backed away a long time ago.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But everybody does it in their own time.
Right. And that's part of the growth thing. So that's why I wanted to like bring that up, not to like have a personal attack, but you taught me this, like, it's okay to make the same mistake. It's okay to let someone back in that moment because you'll learn a better lesson out of it. Yeah. So don't feel guilty about like, should I not? I get clients who come to me all the time going, me and my ex are back together, but this time, this chapter, the ex is now, in therapy or going to AA or going to this, and things can, circle back because again, you had to step away to grow. They had to step away to grow, and you had to go through those hoops and challenges for that person to grow and for you to grow. And then you guys can come back together and it can be even more beautiful.
Yeah, like in relationships, sometimes, like if that's something that you're struggling with,
burn their car and leave. No.
You may sit in a little bit of loneliness.
Right.
And I'd had a tumultuous, pretty bad relationship. And I had told myself at the end, first I predicted it. I'm like, one mistake and gone. 1 week. 1 week out. And that was the out. Like, done.
That was your 77th, like, this is the last straw. No. Honey, I hate those straws. You always have that extra, like, this is the last one. 3 months later, this is the last one again.
But it was the quiet voice. Well, I can remember.
That's the scary one.
This is the country song. I can remember sitting in my single wide trailer. And I told myself, you got one more bad. And it took 1 week.
Just 1 week. Wow.
1 week. One really bad statement. 1 week.
Yeah.
And I sat in some loneliness. That was a very long 5 minutes.
Yeah. All 5.
All 5. But no, I did. I sat in the loneliness, and then I told myself, if this break, because he took it hard. He took it really hard, like desperation. I was done. And I told myself, if this makes it to where he's better to somebody else in the long run, it was worth the pain for me to be done. Fast forward 30 years, I talked to him, and the first thing he told me is, I never hit another woman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. You're shady in every other thing.
Yeah.
But at least you never hit another woman.
We should go find his car. I'm just joking. We write at dawn.
It's in heaven.
Oh, I can't visit there right now. I'm opening up a shop. I can't even vacation there right now.
Not that I took him to heaven.
That's why he apologized.
It was honestly, it was an apology and something that lightened my soul tremendously. We had an adult conversation, and he died uh, 4 months later.
Wow.
I was the last person he talked to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had called me right before he passed away.
Hmm.
And just was just like, told me a really funny thing about myself. I don't
Yeah.
know. I probably told you, but I'm going to share. He's like, one thing about you, you could be in a bad mood, but you just give you a peanut butter jelly sandwich and a nap, and you're just fine.
That's true. I've seen her empty out a can of peanut butter and then open up her backup one.
That was a stressful time.
Yeah, and she was ready to go for the next however long we were stuck on that phone call. Oh my gosh. But here's the other thing that I know, like, we're talking about like outgrowing, and also let us know in the comments, hello, where you're from, come on in. We're going to be pulling some cards, so make sure you start tagging people, do the little @ sign. I have my card deck ready to go. Mama Kori has hers. But also, outgrowing is also beautiful, and it's fun and it's exciting, because I know, like, I outgrew, like, now we'll switch it from relationships over to like work. Like, I outgrew, honestly, like, metaphysical shops when I first started. And then I outgrew the tiny little shop that I had because my soul wanted to offer more. And taking a step back, like, I meet other mediums and practitioners and such, and they're like, oh, I don't want to do classes. I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. And it's a huge indication that everyone's soul is different. Just because you do the same job as someone else, you have to honor your soul. Because my soul was like, I want to do classes, I want to do this, I want to go on stage, I want to do these things. The brain in me is like, no, I'm actually an introvert. Like, I don't want to go and do these things. I used to not even talk in school. My teachers used to call me a wallflower, every single one of them, up until like 8th grade.
Funny thing, me too.
Yeah, like, I did not talk at all. And it's true though, because my soul was like, this is what's needed. And so that's why I'm now opening like my own metaphysical shop. And I love potions in downtown Vancouver. They truly are, like, I told her, I was like, I want to be like sister stores. And they're creating, I don't know if I even told you this yet, Mama Kori. They're creating, you know how I'm obsessed with intention oils. I love a good intention oil, intention candle, but I love my baths, right? My Epsom salt baths. And I go actually to a place like in Portland. It's a little bit far. It's like a 40-minute drive to get intention oils to put into my bath or into my candle or on my like angel altar. So they're actually creating my own intention oils for baths or candles or to like rub on your body. And so we're going to have manifesting, we're going to have letting it go, we're going to have opening your heart, helping with grief. Like, I think there's like 5 or 6 different oils that they are actually creating for me.
Oh,
And
so wonderful.
putting like their name brand on it and then my name brand on it, and then I got to help co-create these things and they're bringing it to life. And so what I wanted to share with that is there's not a lot of metaphysical shops like love potions that are that opening and that accepting. And she gave me the best advice. So I'm not saying, oh, I outgrew that shop, before anybody starts taking things that Daniel say far left. But there are certain metaphysical shops where I would sit back and watch them take 60% off of an event that I did or a class that I did, or I would pitch them a class idea and they would be like, oh, so sorry, we don't have any openings. And they would have their own in-house practitioner take that class and then teach it. I've seen that happen multiple times. So it's okay to outgrow environments. It's okay to outgrow jobs. It's okay to outgrow a lot of things. But that's why honestly, when I was younger, I never wanted I'm not going to lie. I always loved the metaphysical shop. However, I never wanted to take on that responsibility. But now I've outgrown even that fear of not wanting it with like internally. You can go through an outgrowth internal process, because now I'm like, I do want to take that on. I want to have stability for other practitioners, and I want them to have exposure, and I don't want them to go through what I went through. So that's why we're formatting almost everything to a T of the house, right? The building, the store gets 40% and you get the 60%. So, which is very rare. And also, like, you don't have to be an in-house practitioner to teach a class. Obviously, I want to like meet you and vet you and things like that, and make sure it's in alignment. But I wanted to create a space that that feeling that I had to outgrow from, that I never sat well with. And so outgrowing something comes in many different forms. I had to outgrow that fear. Is the fear going to hold me back and not get me on the path of growth? And a lot of times we go through that we let that fear to do something or to try something not allow us to grow further. Or like me getting on a flight solo, I've done how many times now between last year and this year. And if I didn't do that, if I allow that fear to hold me back, I wouldn't have been able to have these new connections and be able to, meet
And feel
huge.
good about yourself doing it.
And now it's a typical Tuesday,
Right.
but I don't even like. I wouldn't have met Kim Kardashian. I wouldn't have met J Lo. I wouldn't have met Jamie Foxx or the uncle from Full House or Reed Laurie from Shark Tank. Like I would have not have these like huge, amazing life moments and career moments, or working
You
with
met a lot of gifted people this weekend.
yeah, and working with James in Prague and meeting different students that I've been a part of their growth journey for the past 7 months that have come from Canada, the UK. I think somebody was from Scotland or something, or Ireland. And these are some amazing people that I will always hold near and dear to my heart, and that I will now every time I sign a receipt, because apparently in the UK they don't sign receipts. It's just that's not a thing. Or like being asked to tip and like you get your piece of paper back. I learned that. So every time I sign a receipt, I'm going to think about these beautiful souls I got to spend a weekend with. And also they got to pick my brain on business and mediumship and developing and things like that. And so I just and I wouldn't have done that if I let the fear not allow me to get into a situation or a position to be able to grow.
Just get on a plane.
Just do it.
Just
Sponsor us, Alaska, please.
Yeah, just getting on a plane.
Yeah.
That is like one of the biggest growths you can do.
Yeah.
I was a fearful flyer, and it took some things in my life, and I got on my first plane by myself, and I was like, this is kind of cool. And then the second time, this is cool. And then now, I mean, it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
In the continental United States.
Kori has her limits.
I have my limits. I don't want to fly over a ocean. That means, and only because that means you're going to be in that plane for a very long time.
Long time. I know somebody who came to this like weekend class that James and I were at in San Diego. She was like, I had to take 3 plane flights and a train and then a bus. And I was like, I would have ran out on all my Xanaxes just to even get halfway to where she got.
I would have had to check into a rehab when I got there. Oh, from Dramamine.
Yeah, from Dramamine. She's all addicted to Dramamine. Anywho, but truly, you guys, internally, you can outgrow yourself. You can outgrow your own fear and your own obstacles, and that's good. So anyways, we're going to pull some cards, but also right quick, if you guys want to come and check out the Daniel Monroe Spirit Center that is grand opening, because we are here in the new podcast room, which we have a lot of adjustments to do. We can hear the next door neighbors, which we've soundproofed this room, clearly not successfully.
Get through that little hole.
No, it's on this wall. So I don't know what's happening. Anywho, but if you guys want to come to the grand opening, it is this Saturday, May 2nd at 11 a.m. And we're going to have some amazing card readers like Mama Kori, who's going to kickstart us off here in a moment to do a collective card reading. And then we have Kelly, we have Soul, who was here on the podcast last week. And then we're going to have Shinya, who's one of my original master mediumship certified mediums. And then I think we have one more. I can't remember, 1 or 2 more card readers for the grand opening. So it's going to be so much fun. So yeah, there's crystals, there's cards. I may or may not even have gotten some autographed, signed at James Van Prague Talking to Heaven books and Talking to Heaven oracle cards. And we're going to have swag bags to the first 10 people that come through the door. And then we have a raffle basket. And in the raffle basket, one of James's autographed books are going to be in there. My own 30-minute private reading, gift certificates in the basket, a bunch of goodies. Kelly, one of the amazing card readers that are going to be here, she makes these beautiful what do you call them? The little spider window.
Oh, they're stunning. I don't know the
They're
exact,
like gems.
Christmas
You know, like
spider
the
or
aura things, or not aura, but the rainbow gems that you like hang in the window. It's kind of like that,
a
but it's
chakra fan.
yeah. And she has like these spider ones that are beautiful that
Yeah,
we
she
have
made
for
me
the
a
boys.
turquoise one, and then where it's hanging in the evening, you can see it. It casts a shadow on the wall. It's really pretty.
That's
It's
beautiful.
very
So yeah, so she's also donating one of her little gems in there, and then she'll have some available for purchase. So it's just going to be a fun day. I kind of got threatened by some of my followers slash students. They were like, if the twins aren't there, I'm not coming. So Dash and David will be here. So-
What are they wearing?
yeah, we don't know
Who are
yet.
you wearing?
Who are you wearing?
Carter.
Yeah, Carter. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
may or may not be making cupcakes.
Are you?
Yeah,
You don't even I don't even know where we're gonna put that. I have to figure out where we're gonna put the snack bar.
I don't know. But I was thinking about doing cupcakes. I was going to go home today and throw out a couple batches.
Dish this in, we're gonna have cupcakes.
I make really good cupcakes.
She makes really good everything. Come on. Anywho, so that's this Saturday, May 2nd at 11 a.m. And then we close at 5. And then I know some of you are like, oh my God, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. Our set hours will be Thursday through Sunday every week from 11 to 5. And you guys will get to see my assistant. She'll be running the front desk for us for quite some time. We'll see how long. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun. So come and join us. All right, Mama Kori, you ready to?
You know, I can't see comments or anything over here.
Okay, well, I'll read them to you because I can't run over there. And
Okay,
yeah.
Just let you know I can't.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so we're Kori's gonna start us off with just pulling a collective, like what does everyone need to hear? Does it say travel?
Let's just get out of town, Kori. Communication.
Aww.
We were just, how perfect is that? And if you can look, you can just see, to me, these are just like spirit. When I see these.
Oh, the orbs.
Yes, all the little orbs. And it just, for me, it just signifies, even though when you're speaking, everybody hears it. So when you speak things into reality, like, I'm changing relationships, or I need to change my job or situation. Just know if you communicate it with somebody else or with spirit, you're gonna. But the main thing is communicate it.
Right, communicate it.
Get it out there.
And going back to, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it.
Two of me. There we go. Thank you, Ryan.
Okay.
It kicked me off.
I was wondering what was in my tea.
Yeah. StreamYard did not communicate very well with my iMac today. All right. I will pull some collective cards for everyone. I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, which y'all know I don't really love tarot cards. However, this is actually an oracle card deck that's inspired by tarot. I love this card deck. And my assistant grabbed it and she goes, it matches the background. That's how she works, honey. All right, let's do this. I will have my assistant who's sitting off to the side. Tattoo hand or no tattoo hand?
No.
You're sick. I'm just joking.
You really have to look.
All right, you guys ready? Ooh, balance. So Spirit is coming forward today to tell you guys, have more balance. It's okay to, again, outgrow, follow your heart, set boundaries, but most importantly, have balance. Also pay attention to relationships or jobs or career choices or any choices. Is there a balance? Is one weighing more than the other? Is one taking more, giving more? Really having balance in your life. All right, Mama Kori, your turn.
Okay.
We're just going to go back and forth. This will be fun. Now that we actually get to see each other.
I know.
It's a whole new world.
Oh my gosh. Freedom.
Freedom.
Look
Oh.
how beautiful that is. I mean, I just look at that and your arms are in the air, the birds are going. This one looks like it's gonna land.
Remember Candy?
But it is. It's just peaceful. I can't read the bottom of it, so I'm just going by the picture. But it is. Freedom is actually free, and it feels good, and it's light. And sometimes it's even cutting the cord. Once the cord is cut, you float. You're free. The heaviness is lifted.
So Spirit's telling you guys, if you guys are drawn to this card, focus on freedom, focus on letting yourself free, focus on things that are giving you that, breath of fresh air. All right.
Light as a feather.
Light as a feather. All right. I'm going to have my... You're so corny. Corny with a K.
It's my charm.
All right. I'm going to have my assistant pick one more time. Tattoo hand or no tattoo hand? All right. Let's see. Ooh, your solar plexus chakra. So that's for energy, vitality, desire, and power. Fun fact, if you are getting a lot of gut feelings about something or gut instincts about something, that is Spirit telling you to change something, go a different direction. But I want you guys to actually know this little fun fact that I teach in my classes is that listen to the verbiage of solar plexus. Solar plexus. That is the chakra that's the closest to your soul. So if you're ever going through something, or for those of you who are drawn to this card and you are going through something, honey, Spirit is telling you, listen to your gut, because your soul has no, motive. It has no brain switching it up or adding in fear. It truly is nothing but energy that is guiding you. So listen to your solar plexus right now. Listen to your gut right now. All right. Go for it, Mama Kori.
Well, this card popped out as I was
shuffling.
And it's no.
No.
And I look at this, and what I'm seeing is it's okay to close the door.
Yeah.
And
it's okay to say no.
Spirit's like, it's okay to shut the door. And if you have to, keep your hand on it, keep it shut.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And if you have to, lock it.
Yeah. Lock it, throw away the key, don't come back. Oh my God.
But yeah, it is. It's and you can see the bracelet. Sometimes when you say no, you can still do it with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't always have to be a negative and a no. It could be with your heart. It could be like, I can't, or I'm not going to allow this.
Mm. Or sometimes if Kori's really aggressive, she'll say no 3 times. No. All right. Tattoo hand or no tattoo hand? Oh, she said no. All right. Last one. Ooh, why am I getting all the chakras? Crown chakra. So Spirit is telling you, so your crown chakra is your cosmic connection, your enlightenment, connecting with guides, angels. So Spirit is telling you, connect with your spirit guides, connect with the universe source, and really let things go. Let go and let God. So whoever's drawn to this card, the crown chakra, don't think with your head, think with your crown chakra. Think with that energy and allow Spirit to come in and help navigate whatever it is you're going through. And know that Source, God, Beyonce, whatever you want to call it, is with you and walking every step of the way with you. All right? So this is your crown chakra card. All righty, you guys. We love you so much. Thank you for joining. I hope you guys had fun. I hope today was able to help. We will see you guys this Saturday, hopefully. If you guys want to come to the grand opening of Daniel Monroe Spirit Center, it's right here in Vancouver, Washington. Are you guys ready for the address? It's literally now posted in the events and stuff, but you can grab a pin. It's 805 Grand Boulevard right here in Vancouver, Washington. All right. So it's this Saturday, 11 to 5, and try to be one of the first 10 people to get a little swag bag.
And how you remember that? Isn't it grand?
Yeah.
Daniel's opening
Daniel's
up
so
a metaphysical store. It's so grand.
Grand Boulevard. All right. We love you. Remember to always love yourself and to be yourself. And don't let anyone tell you different, because if they do, we'll beat them up. I'm just joking. No violence. We don't support it. All right, you guys. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.